Oh, hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Have you ever had some of those style lessons that when you realize them, you're like, oh my god, I will never look at my style or anyone else's style for that matter the same ever again? Those are the types of style lessons that I want to discuss today, because I've had some of those like, oh my god, where have these style realizations been my whole life? And because these have changed basically my whole view on my style, I thought it's important for us to discuss, because if I can help one of you realize something about your wardrobe that you haven't thought about before, then literally my mission on this channel is complete. So let's just get right into it. If you want coherent signature style that is recognizable for you, I think the first step is to have a coherent wardrobe. This sounds simple, but it's, oh my god, so difficult to implement. But if one is not being mindful when building their wardrobe, it's difficult to actually make sure that everything is coherent. But when everything is coherent, then oh my god, you cannot go wrong when you build an outfit, because if your wardrobe is coherent and most of the things already go together, then you literally can't go wrong when putting together an outfit. You will literally stop decision fatigue at the door, because if everything goes together, your outfits will be coherent and chic and signature to you. This is something that has literally taken all of my 31 years of life to realize, because I am someone who curates garments based on vibes. If I think the vibes are right, then the garment will come home with me. But in building a coherent wardrobe, I think sometimes we need to take a step back and actually think about whether or not this garment will suit our style and wardrobe before we just buy it based on vibes. And there's one change that I have implemented as of a few months ago, and that has changed my entire thinking regarding how I build a coherent wardrobe. But we'll save that one for last, because that one is a little bit more of a wordy one that we need to discuss a little bit more, and I think that one is for the true signature style devotees out there. So let's save that one for last. But having a coherent wardrobe will consequently lead to you having coherent signature style. Buying other people's classics won't make your style interesting. This also sounds simple, but it's also important to have in the back of your mind at all times, right, when you're out there trying to curate new things for your wardrobe. Because if we think about it, a lot of what we see online, right, is very similar style from many different creators. And in saying this, I'm throwing no shade at anyone. Everyone is allowed to wear whatever they want. If they adore that luxury starter pack style, then go you. I think it's such a chic outfit, right? But if we think about the outfit that is the quintessential luxury influencer outfit, you have a pair of high-waisted trousers. They're flared a little bit, right? They have a pleat in the front. The person is wearing a chic top. They've broken up that outfit with a little Hermes Kelly belt. They're wearing a Birkin 25. They're wearing a little Chanel ballet flat. They have a Cartier little Panthier watch. They have a love bracelet. They have a little Van Cleef Alhambra bracelet too. They have a pair of sunnies. And that's just a luxury essentials outfit, right? All of those building blocks are super classic pieces, right? But I think if you only buy other people's classics, your style won't be interesting and it won't be signature to you, which is something that I've realized recently. I think buying some interesting pieces that are signature to you will make your style more interesting, and you don't even have to buy those signature pieces. Likely you already have them in your wardrobe, right? Whether it's something you've inherited, something that you've had for forever, something that you literally found at a flea market and you're so obsessed with that piece. Bring in some pieces that are not the classic quintessentials for everyone's wardrobe, because if it's quintessential and timeless and classic for everyone's wardrobe, then likely it's not signature and interesting to you. And something that I've realized about the pieces that are signature to me and that I'm oh so obsessed with, and I'm like, yes, I'm so happy I found this piece, those are the pieces that I get the most joy out of wearing. And as of recent, one of my favorite finds I'm wearing today, right, this little Bushnell lady jacket. It's not out of the ordinary, right, but it's still one of those jackets that I'm like, oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this jacket. I wear it literally every day, like almost every day of this week. Like if I'm running a little errand, I've popped on this jacket because I'm like, this jacket is so great. And when you find those pieces, like those are the pieces that bring me joy, right? It's not the classic quintessential blah blah blah, right, that brings me joy. It's that piece that feels like me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm obsessed. And also just to bring this point home, right? If I look at where I find style inspiration, it's not at your local favorite influencer. I find that looking at the like top influencer style, it's very trend focused, even though the influencer will put together the outfits in a way that doesn't feel like it's the trend, right? But it's very trend led and trend driven because that's their job. But if we steer our vision a little bit away from the influencers, where I find most of my style inspiration is just the little old ladies that I people watch in the city center. The little ladies that you can tell that they've put on their Sunday best. They've done their hair right, they're wearing a little lipstick, they've put on their favorite outfit, and you can tell that that outfit has been with them for forever. They're wearing a little classic silk scarf, they're wearing a beautiful little lady jacket, they're wearing a beautiful pair of leather shoes and a beautiful leather handbag. It's not something that's current or something that you would see every other girly wearing, right? It's just something that that old lady bought a long time ago. She bought a beautiful quality garment because it stood the test of time for years and years, and she's actually living in those clothes, right? It doesn't feel like it's derived just for an Instagram photo or something like this. It's a chic little lady wearing her clothes and just doing that for years and years and years, and I think that is so chic. And I'm just like, that is what I want to do too. But I don't want to have to be old to do that. I just want to do that now. Just wear my favorite things. Maybe go a little bit overboard with accessories, because I find that the ladies that do that are the chicest. Like, they're wearing a watch, they're wearing literally all the rings from all their marriages, they're wearing all the bracelets, all the necklaces, a chic pair of sunglasses, a silk scarf. They're wearing literally their entire jewelry collection in one day, and I'm just obsessed. And usually like a big statement gold earring that literally looks like it's about to weigh their hair down. Maybe it's a little clip-on kind of earring. Like, I'm just obsessed with the style of the little old chic ladies that are just wearing their Sunday best. Like, that is my style inspiration, and dressing like them is simply my goal in life. Embracing the fact that I do all of this for the love of beautiful things has made me realize that buying the dupe or buying the almost perfect item will never satiate the craving of buying the thing. We've discussed this briefly before on my channel, but I think this is a point that we have to keep reminding ourselves of so that we don't fall into the trap of thinking, it's a little bit of an expensive item, that one I'm trying to collect, right? So maybe I should just try to buy the dupe. But in reality, for me at least, buying the dupe is never good enough. It's okay, it's almost perfect, but it's never going to stop me from still looking for that perfect thing that I have in my mind that I just want to collect. And like I said, since I do this for the love of beautiful things, what is the point of buying the almost perfect thing when I really want to buy the perfect thing? Because like I said, I collect these things. I find joy in just searching for that perfect thing until I just find it, and then I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so happy that I found this. And then I just buy it and I collect it and I have it in my wardrobe for forever, and I wear it time and time and time again. Like that little Chanel Square Mini, for example, that blue Chanel Square Mini. I've been umming and ahhing if I should buy it for literally years. I think I found it like in 2023. It's now 2025, and it took me 2 years to buy it because I'm like, ugh, it's an expensive bag. Should I really buy it? And blah, 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 blah. And then I went back and forth, and then all of a sudden I was just like, no. I've been umming and ahhing about this bag. There's no use in buying something almost perfect because you won't stop looking at that freaking Chanel Square Mini. Just buy the Chanel Square Mini so that you don't have to go back after buying the almost perfect thing and then end up buying the Chanel Square Mini anyway. Just buy it. And I'm so happy I did, because I've worn that bag so much ever since I got it in February. But there have been so many times historically where I've just been like, let me just buy the almost perfect thing, right? And then I do. And you know what? That doesn't stop me from still looking for the perfect thing. And when I find the perfect thing, then that almost perfect thing that I bought, do you know what happens? I never wear it ever again. And then it just sits dormant in my wardrobe. I never wear it because when given the choice, I will always wear the perfect thing versus the almost perfect thing. And then the almost perfect thing just ends up being decluttered, and it was just a stupid purchase to begin with. And I would rather just, I'm sorry for the sun going in and out a little bit, the lighting will be a little bit crazy, but apologies. And do you know what? I would just rather fast forward to buy the perfect thing versus just buying the almost perfect thing and then realizing that I want the perfect thing anyway, right? I would just rather skip that whole step of the process and just, even if it takes me a little bit longer to get the perfect thing, I would rather just wait. Because also, there will always be beautiful things that you can buy, literally. And sure, sometimes buying the perfect thing will take a little bit more time, but honestly, time is just a concept. So why not just take the little bit more time, get the perfect thing, and then you have just scratched that itch, right, of buying that thing, and you're like, oh my god, now I have the perfect item. And then you will have peace in your mind. And that is honestly the biggest luxury ever. Just having peace of mind is literally my goal in life, apart from looking like a chic grandma, right? But peace of mind is literally priceless. And buying the perfect thing will give me more peace of mind than buying the almost perfect thing, because then I will still have it in the back of my mind that I want the perfect thing, and it's just a no from me. And now my final point, right, that ties back to that, like the secret of having coherent signature style is actually having a coherent wardrobe. The concept that I've been playing around with for the past few months. If you pick 2 signature colors and you really stick to those, everything in your style will become so much more fun and so much more easy. I have tried to create like a color scheme for myself a long time ago. I had literally every color under the rainbow. I felt like it was literally so many colors, because I was like, well, I'm gonna pick everything that's in my wardrobe currently that I like wearing. If you force me to, I will like to wear any color, because if it's in my wardrobe, I have to like wearing the color and it has to be in my color scheme. No. If you really hone in on what colors you actually really enjoy wearing, it probably isn't as many colors as you think. For me, when I did this, I realized that the actual colors, right? We don't need to think about the neutrals and stuff like this for the time being. The neutrals, that's the foundation, that's the base case. I'm not gonna put neutrals in my color scheme, that's just boring. But if I think about the 2 colors, right? The colorful colors that I actually wear on repeat and just have been for the few years, it's Bordeaux and Sapphire Blue. When I realized that, I'm like, oh my god, this was easy. And then, literally, if I bought a color as of recent, it's just been Bordeaux or Sapphire Blue, right? The neutrals, like I said, all the neutrals that go with Bordeaux or Sapphire Blue, they're a game in my wardrobe. I'm not gonna limit myself from buying a neutral color, because a neutral color, it's a neutral for a reason, right? It will go with everything. You can put any neutral together, even though people don't like to put blue and black together, but blah, blah, blah. That's a limitation that we simply have to get rid of, right? All the neutrals go together. Pick 2 of your favorite colors if you like to wear a color. If you don't like to wear a color, even better, just buy all the neutrals, right? But I enjoy wearing a color, because I think with my very low contrast complexion, I think bringing in a color makes my outfit pop a little bit, because I don't have features that pop otherwise. In light of this realization, I'm of course wearing the Bordeaux little Bushnell lady jacket that I bought recently, because this lady jacket is literally my entire style right now. I'm so obsessed with this color and this jacket, and that is the joy of just embracing 2 signature colors. And in this, right, to make your wardrobe coherent and not have 2 separate camps in your wardrobe, right, I think it makes it a lot easier and a lot more kind of signature style coherency to just bring 2 colors into your wardrobe that actually go together. Because if I pick 2 separate colors that look horrible together, which, I mean, if something looks horrible in my eyes, it doesn't have to look horrible in anyone else's eyes. So what looks great is completely up to each and every person, right? Which is the beauty of style. But for me, right, picking 2 colors that I think look great together has made this so much easier. And now every time I think of adding a color that is not Sapphire Blue or Bordeaux Red, then I'm just like, well, it's not my 2 signature colors, so it will be more difficult to pair in my wardrobe. Now, that being said, have I gotten rid of everything that is not Sapphire Blue or Bordeaux Red that is a color in my wardrobe? Of course not. I've gone through phases with colors, and for now it's Bordeaux and Sapphire Blue. Maybe it will be another color in a few years from now, and that is completely fine in my opinion. For example, like an emerald green. I adore an emerald green, and I have so much stuff in emerald green in my wardrobe. It doesn't feel like my favorite color to wear right now, but in the future, of course, I will start rotating the emerald greens again. But ever since I started this little hypothesis for myself, I've just been so obsessed with Bordeaux Red and Sapphire Blue, and it's been working out so well for me, because I feel like I have a little capsule in my wardrobe of the neutrals and then these 2 colors, and everything just goes super well together, and putting together outfits has just been so much more fun and so much easier, right? When I just have 2 colors that go together, all the neutrals, and then I can just pick literally anything in my wardrobe, and I know that the outfit will look so chic and so great and just feel like it's my signature style, right? Which is all that I want. I don't really care about like everyone else's classics or what's hot this season or what's current or what color people are wearing. No, I just know that these colors, in my opinion, look great on me and they pair so well with everything in my wardrobe, and I'm just happy about this. So anytime I'm like, should I buy this? If it's not the color, then it's a no from me. And that's kind of a freeing feeling as well, because when you embrace a signature color in your wardrobe and that's literally everything you buy, then if I find something that feels like an Amanda item and it is my color, then I'm like, well, of course it's gonna go with everything in my wardrobe. Let me just buy it. So it's something that I would recommend you to have a think about, like, what is my signature color? And this is also like bringing back one of the questions that I asked you a while ago about a signature heart for this channel. I adore all of the suggestions that you guys gave. I mean, first up, Lisa, you came up with the best little combination of emojis, like for the luxurious equestrian cafe. It's a brown heart, it's a horse, and it's a coffee cup. I'm like, I'm obsessed. This is the best emoji combination ever. So I literally have it in the description box of all of my videos because I'm just like, this combination is everything. Kate, you said a decadent gray heart. There were some of you that said the blue heart. Kement, 8200 is your screen name. You said the burgundy heart, and when you said that, I'm like, yes, you are so right. The one that's like the heart suit or whatever it's called, like in the cards, like the playing cards. That is literally the heart that I use in like my private chats. So when I saw that, I'm like, yes, this is the heart for me, literally. I am already wearing it so much, so why wouldn't I have it as like my signature heart for my little Siedler aesthetic channel? Even though like the luxurious equestrian cafe heart emoji kind of sequence, I'm just like, no, this is also perfect. But the thing is, this is not what heart I want to have as a signature heart in the comments, right? I think we all should do a little soul searching, like think about what color do I enjoy wearing the most, and then I want to see that heart from you guys in the comments. Literally, if you like to wear black all the time, put a black heart. If you like to wear blue all the time, put a blue. If you like to wear white, put a white heart. Like literally, whatever heart you feel like putting that suits your style and your vibe, just put that heart. It's not about which heart I think is cute, it's about which heart you think is cute. So I want to see all of those different hearts in the comments. If you like Bordeaux like me, or if you just don't want to think about it at the moment, just put the Bordeaux colored like heart suit hearts. And I would be so thrilled to see that too. Guys, these were all of my recent like style learnings that I think has changed so much for me and my style. And it's been freeing embracing all of these learnings and just, you know, coming closer to my personal signature style, because I think we're always on a journey. You will never fully embrace your signature style because your signature style will always grow with you. I think why I've kind of been catapulted into more learnings recently has just been that I have pushed myself to embrace my summer signature style, which has been literally confusion in my brain up until now. But now that I have kind of come a little bit of the way towards embracing my summer signature style, I feel like I've learned a lot about my style in general, not only for summer, but for other seasons too. So I'm thankful that I have learned these things. I hope these learnings will be applicable to you and your style as well, and that you will get a different perspective on your wardrobe after watching this video. If you did, please let me know what point hits home the most to you. Also, if you have learned anything recently about your style that you think... My camera died. So this is a little bit later. I don't know exactly where the camera cut off, but my question to you still remains the same. Have you had any style realizations recently that has changed how you view your wardrobe and that we all could benefit from learning as well? If so, leave those in the comments too, please. Like I said, please leave your little signature heart, or if you don't want to think about it today, just leave that burgundy card suit heart, right? Because that is just my signature heart and there's no denying it anymore, guys. Thank you so much for spending this time and space with me. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend if you're watching this on a Sunday. If you're watching any other day, push through the week. You can do it, I promise. And I hope that you're having a fabulous summer as well, and that it's sunny and that it's warm and that you're wearing your best outfits and living your best life, guys. I will see you back here with my next video, and until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.